Hello students, in this video we discuss about application of Gauss law, right? We know that Gauss law is Q upon epsilon naught is equal to total flux, right? So first application, we have to find out electric field due to a long charged wire. Long wire means infinitely long, having charge, and lambda is the charge distribution. Let's say total charge it contains Q and lambda is charge distribution, line charge distribution. We have three type of charge distribution, right? First is line charge distribution, which is lambda, means charge per unit length. Second is surface charge distribution, sigma, which means total charge per unit area. Third one is what? Volume charge distribution, means total charge per unit volume. Three type of charge distribution is here, right? So first is line charge distribution lambda, right? यहाँ से हम देख सकते हैं lambda is equal to Q by L, which implies Q is equal to lambda L. Clear है? In this case, let us take a long wire. Let us take this long wire and up to infinity and so on, right? And it is positively charged like this, having lambda is the charge distribution, right? Just like point charge has spherical symmetry, we know that similarly line charge has cylindrical symmetry, right? And plane charge sheet has plane symmetry. Clear है? तो infinite long straight wire has cylindrical symmetry, and we have to choose a Gaussian surface according to Gauss law. That must be symmetric. So the Gaussian surface chosen by us is a cylinder. Let's say this is a cylinder, right? Chosen by us as a Gaussian surface. This is a Gaussian surface. The length of cylinder, let's say this is L, and the radius of this is, let's say, R. And that charged wire is placed on the axis of the cylinder, right? We can see here there are three surfaces. Let us take, this is a cylinder, let's suppose that. Then first surface is this, second surface is this, and third is that curved surface, right? So first surface is this surface, second is this surface, and third one is this surface. This is the third surface, right? Let us take a small area on that first, second and third surface where we have to find out electric field, and then through the whole area we take integration, right? So let us take a small area here on the first surface. Small area is this, and here small area is this, right? The area vector is n cap. Direction of that area is perpendicular to that, right? Similarly, unit vector perpendicular to that area is this, and unit vector perpendicular to this area is this, right? Due to this wire, direction of electric field is outward from that wire. Let's say this is wire, infinitely long wire, then, and it is positively charged. Then what is the direction of electric field? Outward from that wire in all the direction, right? So due to this wire, electric field on this area is like this. This is electric field. On this area, electric field is like this, and on this area, electric field is E, right? So according to Gauss law, total flux or over a closed surface E dot dA is equal to what? Total charge enclosed upon epsilon naught. Clear? According to Gauss law, right? Now, total surface area or closed surface area E dot dA. This closed surface area made up of three areas, first, second and third. When all three are combined, then it must be a slender or closed surface, we can say that. So we can break it like this: surface area of 1 E dot dA. Now this is not a closed surface, first area is not a closed surface, so we don't put a circle here, right? So E dot dA plus second surface E dot dA plus third surface E dot dA is equal to Q upon, right? E dot dA, dot product means EDA cos theta, EDA cos theta, EDA cos theta. For first surface, we break it like this: for first surface integration E dA cos, and angle between area vector and E for first surface is what? 90 degree. This is the angle, means cos 90, plus integration second E dA cos 90 plus, right, first and second similarly cos 90 degree. This angle is what? 90 degree. Now for third surface, angle between area vector and E is what? 0 degree. So E dA cos 0 is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This is what? Cos 90 0, cos 90 0. So this term becomes 0, and cos 0 is, this value is 1. So we can remove this, we can write it like this, and this is 1, the value of this is 1. The remaining term is third area EDA is equal to Q upon epsilon. As we know that this surface is symmetric, means all over this surface electric value of electric field is same. So it comes out from integration third surface dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Integration of small area becomes the complete area. And which one complete area? Third area, third surface. The third surface is what? That curved surface. तो area of curved surface of a cylinder, तो क्या होता है area? Curved surface का area of a cylinder 2 pi RL, means we can write it like this: 2 pi RL, where R is the radius and L is the length, right? Then Q upon epsilon naught, or we can write it like this: E is equal to Q upon 2 pi epsilon naught RL. This is the electric field. This is the electric field due to this line charge according to Gauss law. But we have given here the line charge distribution, and line charge distribution is what? Total charge is equal to lambda L. So we replace this Q with that lambda L. Then what we have? Electric field is equal to QL. Sorry, Q is replaced by lambda L. Lambda L 2 pi epsilon naught R L. L से L cancel out, right? So we remove it like this. This is the electric field intensity due to a line, due to a long wire having line charge distribution lambda, and the direction of electric field is what? Is lambda 2 pi epsilon naught R cap. This is the, right? Here we can see that electric field intensity for a wire is inversely proportional to R, right? This is the electric field due to a long charged wire, right? Now second application, I hope it is easy और आप लोग बहुत अच्छे से कर लेंगे इस चीज को और समझ में भी आया होगा आप लोगों को. Now second one is what? Second application, electric field due to a spherical shell. Spherical shell. Spherical shell or means hollow shell. Hollow shell, right? एक hollow spherical shell. तो हमें क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड किसकी हेल्प से, गॉस लॉ, राइट। तो लेट अस टेक अ hollow sphere. Let us take an hollow sphere like this, and charge distribution is this, positively charged distributed over the surface of this, right? And there is some sigma is surface charge distribution, which is total charge contained by that shell upon area of that shell, right? And we know that area of this shell is what? If r is the radius of this shell, then area of this shell is what? Q upon 4 pi r square, right? Because sigma is what? Surface charge distribution of this shell. Means total charge contained by this shell is Q, and total area of that shell is this 4 pi r square. तो यहाँ से हम लिख सकते हैं Q is equal to sigma 4 pi capital R square, right? Now, due to shell, we have 3 points where we can find out the electric field. One at this outside the shell, second one is on the surface of the shell, and third one is inside the shell, right? So case first, let's suppose that first case first is what? When point P lies outside the shell, right? Let's say this is point P and this is lies outside the shell, and the distance between this point P and the center of the shell is R. यानी कि means R is greater than R. This is our first case. हमने क्या लिया? Point P को shell से outside, right? Now we have to find out the electric field at this point. We need, right? Then what we take? What we need? Gaussian surface, right? This is a sphere, so it has spherical symmetry. So draw a Gaussian surface like this. This is a Gaussian surface having radius R, right? At point P, take a small area dA like this. Due to this charge distribution, there is electric field is radially outward. This is electric field E R cap, and the area vector of this small area is also like this, N cap. Clear? Now according to Gauss law, what? Phi is equal to E dot dA Q upon epsilon. Okay, we can write it like this: closed surface EDA cos 0 as area vector and E are in the same direction. So cos 0, that is Q upon epsilon naught. Cos 0 is what? 1. We can remove it. EDA Q upon epsilon naught. E is constant everywhere on the Gaussian surface. That's why dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. And dA, integration over a closed surface, means the total area of that closed surface. Means total area of Gaussian surface. Remember that. Total area of Gaussian surface. Because small area at the Gaussian surface. And we take integration means total surface area of that Gaussian surface. And Gaussian surface का total surface area क्या है? 4 pi small r square Q upon epsilon naught. यहाँ से electric field क्या मिला हमें? Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Means this is the electric field due to a spherical shell, and remember that this is the electric field due to a point charge also. Means in this case, that spherical shell, charge on that spherical shell behaves like a point charge which is placed at the center of the shell when P lies outside the spherical shell, right? This is our electric field in the direction of what? radially outward r cap. But here we have given surface charge distribution. According to this, q is replaced by this. So electric field is what? Sigma 4 pi r square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. 4 pi से 4 pi cancel out. So we can write like this: electric field is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught r square upon r square. This is the electric field. And if vector form, then this is r cap. Direction of this is r cap. Right? From here, we can see that electric field is directly proportional to 1 upon r square. Remember that. This is one of the important fact. Curve when point P lies outside the shell. Okay. Right. Then second case क्या है हमारा? When point P lies on the surface of this. And point P, let's suppose that point P lies here on the surface of the sphere, then this is R, means R is equal to capital R. So this is the case when R is equal to capital R and lies on the surface. On the surface of. तो Gaussian surface कहाँ ड्रॉ करेंगे हम? यहीं ड्रॉ करेंगे. This shell is behaved as a Gaussian surface. Right? Means there is no different case for this. From the first case, we know that E is equal to what? Sigma upon epsilon naught r square by r square. This is the value from the first case. And in this case, it's simple. R is equal to R. Then place this. We get sigma upon epsilon naught and r square upon capital R square, because R is equal to R. R से R cancel out. So electric field intensity is sigma upon epsilon naught. Right? From here we can see that E is not depend upon, is independent of what? R. ठीक है? रेडियस पे डिपेंड नहीं करती है. तो E is sigma upon epsilon. Third case, when point P lies where? Inside the surface of the shell. Let's say this is the point P and this is R. Right? This is point P. Means R is less than capital. Inside. P lies inside. Clear है? देखते हैं. We have to draw a Gaussian surface. Okay. Let's draw it. This is the Gaussian surface. This is small surface. And area vector on this surface is N. According to Gauss law, phi E dot dA is equal to what? Q upon epsilon naught. Right? Q is what? Total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. Right? तो Gaussian surface ये है हमारा यहाँ पे, having radius R. तो how much charge is enclosed by this Gaussian surface? No charge. Q inside the Gaussian surface is 0, क्योंकि सारा चार्ज कहाँ है? At the surface of the shell. तो inside this Gaussian surface there is no charge, means flux is what? 0. Or we can say that integration E dot dA is what? 0. Area is not 0, means electric field must be 0 inside the shell. Right? यहां से हम देख सकते हैं E, first case E कहां? Outside the shell is what? Sigma upon epsilon naught r square by r square, and E inside the shell is 0. right? And third one is E on surface is sigma upon epsilon. Clear है? If we draw a graph between electric field and the distance of the point P from the center of the shell, let's say this is the center of the shell O, and this is the radius of that spherical shell R, right? Means 0 to R, and inside the cell 0 to R, electric field is what? 0 to R, so capital R. This inside the shell, electric field is what? 0. At the surface, at the point R, electric field is somewhat, it has some value, and that value is sigma upon epsilon, right? And if R is greater than capital R, means outside this it is continuously decreasing as E is proportional to 1 upon R square, and means at the surface electric field is maximum. This is the electric field due to a spherical